Hey, you guys. So, I wanted to come on here real quick and just kind of briefly speak on this very situation that a lot of us have woken up to, which is, Joe Biden becoming the 46th president. Now, my question to you guys is this true? Did he actually win? And the reason why I asked this question is because, from my understanding, this whole election process has been taken to the Supreme Court because there have been many people coming forth expressing their concerns and even sharing evidence that there were different things that were taking place during this election process that screamed fraudulent activity. Now, I am not invested in the sense of I am wanting Joe Biden to win or I am wanting Trump to win. I am pretty much on the side of, what is truth, what is right. And I feel that as an American citizen, we all should want to make sure that our election process is done with integrity and there are no fraudulent activities that are being done to win unfairly. And my concern is with all of the things that are coming forth during this election process. And I can definitely tell you the state that I live in, there were 6 post offices that were broken into. This is something that I have never seen before. And it happened during the first and the second, where it's very obvious that this was done as a result of trying to steal ballots, because we know that there have been many people that have mailed in their ballots. There have been cases of people finding ballots in dumpsters. There have been cases of, people finding thousands upon thousands of ballots that were not processed. It has been reported that there have been many deceased residents who have received ballots and those ballots were filled out. So I'm saying all of this because we should want to know what is true. Now, from my understanding, Biden, winning the election, this has not been made official. This was reported by the news media outlet. So just off of that alone, I don't feel that we should, just run off with this information that these news media outlets are saying. Now, one of the issues that I have with this is I'm really wondering, was this all planned? And what I mean by that is, think about it. Here it is, you have many people who voted for Biden and Harris. You have the news media outlets, they are reporting this morning that he indeed has won. But this has not been made official. So it's also obvious that this has went to the Supreme Court, which means they are investigating the different cases that have been brought forth of people reporting fraudulent activity. This is in review. So if this has gone to the Supreme Court, I don't feel we're in a position right now to say one way or the other who has won and who hasn't won. Now, when you take all of this into account, I feel that there's a possibility, like I said, that this was done intentional. Because if you have people who voted for Biden and the news media are already saying that he won, and then the Supreme Court finds that the evidence that has been brought forth is indeed accurate and actual, and it turns out that Trump actually won, can you imagine the chaos that's going to come as a result of that? Can you imagine the further division that is going to ensue as a result of this? So I feel in so many ways there is a possibility that this was planned as a way to create even more tension, to create a more civil unrest in this nation, a more deeper divide in this nation, and it's going to create a very chaotic situation. So I'm just presenting these things because I feel that, again, we should not go off of emotion. We should definitely not jump the gun with this whole situation. But if it happens to where Biden does win, my concern with that is we would definitely be getting another Obama presidency, because it's very clear that Joe Biden and Obama are very close, and there will be major influence when it comes to how Joe Biden runs as president, when it comes to policies that are being set into play, and just how this country is ran. It's going to be influenced by Obama. And even if Kamala Harris becomes the running president, it's going to be the same situation. And so for that, I'm very concerned. But at the end of the day, I just want to stress this: regardless of who actually wins the presidency seat, I believe it will be God's will. And so my whole stance on this whole situation is, I want it to be God's will. If it's God's will for Biden to be in presidency, that's just what it is. If it's God's will for Trump to remain president, that's his will. Now, I will say this: if it's found out that Biden did cheat and there were a lot of fraudulent things that were done so that him and Harris could win, and this is not God's will, you better believe God is going to bring exposure to this, and his will be done, because at the end of the day, God is in control. I just want us to, like I said, don't jump the gun with this whole situation. I also ran across a video this morning that I really could feel what this person was saying, and a lot of stuff he said, it did make sense. So I want to roll this clip, and you guys just, like I said, just pray on this. Just really seek God on this, because we are definitely living in very interesting times. And this whole election process has been very bizarre to me. Honestly, I just don't feel right about this whole situation. I wanted to put this clip in here. And you guys, I love you all. As I always tell you, stay close to the Lord, stay in faith, stay in prayer. I love you guys. If I receive anything else, I will definitely let you guys know. All right, you guys, I love you. Take care. Watch this clip.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I got to make this video because I just woke up to them calling the election for Joe Biden. And I just want to tell everybody that follow me is that it's not over. Don't let the media, because they're in this together. They're a scammy bunch of individuals. Don't let the media convince you that somehow they get to call the election. The media make projections of the election. They don't call the election. And we all know that there's lawsuits in place and there's complete voter fraud. And nobody can tell me anything different, because I had to report people for voter fraud here in the state of Arizona. And we know people doing voter fraud in Nevada. They got the machines that are out switching votes. You got suspicious behavior in most of the swing states. Everybody knows that. And I just want everybody to be calm, to let it play itself out, because we all know that Joe Biden didn't win the election. Donald Trump outperformed his 2016 campaign where he swept the country. Donald Trump outperformed, not just Donald Trump, but the Republican Party outperformed in the House and Senate seats, historic numbers. And the Democrats underperformed in many of these states. Joe Biden underperformed in most of these states. And all of a sudden, we see record turnout and overperformance only in the swing states. Now, you know, it's not a rocket scientist don't have to look into this to realize that there's something suspicious going on. But that's why you have courts. That's why you have litigation, because I think that they need to do recounts all the way around. Even if Trump was to win Arizona, they may need to do a recount. There is no way that an election should come down to like 20 votes. Something is not occurring properly. And I think everybody deserves to have justice in this. And justice means a fair election. Only legal ballots will count. You can't be conjuring up votes after the election, talking about post-dating mail-in stamps and all this other stuff. You can't have a non-verified mail-in ballot where you don't have a signature that verifies it. You can't, things like that cannot occur in our constitutional republic. So I just want to let you guys know, don't argue with people, don't panic, don't do all that soft stuff. Stay strong. Donald Trump is going to win this election, and Fox News is fake news, and I will never go on Fox News again, ever. I love Laura Ingraham. I love Tucker Carlson. I love the Five. I love those guys, man. They cool, but I don't support Fox News anymore. I will never go on Fox News ever again. When they text me, Fox and Friends, Fox First, I'm gonna tell them I don't support Fox News, and I won't go on there again. I'm done playing games with these people. So if you want to go out and you want to play liberal games and you want to be playing in the middle, we done with it. Same with you Republicans out there. You Republicans playing in the middle and you don't want to support the president, I don't support you anymore. So anyway, I have to come out and make this statement in my personal opinion, because I want the people that follow me to be calm. Don't let these people, they gonna come out, they got graphics for Joe Biden, they saying Kamala is the first black vice president. It's all a ruse, man. It's all a scheme that they put in place to promote something right before Donald Trump and them come out and expose the lies and expose the election fraud. Use your eyes, use your brain. Something ain't right here. If they can wait, I don't know, 2, 3 days, 4 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to count ballots, then they don't have to rush to call a projection of an election. Arizona isn't even done counting. They haven't called Alaska. They haven't called Georgia. They haven't called North Carolina. And they prematurely called Pennsylvania. Michigan still have questions. They haven't called Nevada, but they're rushing to call an election. That should tell you what is going on in the minds of fake Fox News and the rest of these outlets. And I tell you what, man, TatumReport.com, we were doing an aggregate site. I think we may turn our stuff into a news station. I think we may get people who will come on and be, news anchors, and we'll tell the truth. We'll have a news organization going, because what I'm seeing from Fox and the rest of these people, they're bought and paid for all on the same payroll. There's no way Fox News should have called Arizona that early. And there's no way Fox News should be going on and saying that there's no evidence of voter fraud. I could show them evidence right now. I could send Fox News evidence of voter fraud in Arizona that have been sent to me and I sent to the authorities. And you can't tell me that voter fraud isn't going on. You can't tell me there's no evidence. Anyway, I thought I'd come out here and make that video because I want y'all to stay calm, man. We're gonna win this election. Don't let these fake media people turn you off. See y'all, man. God bless you. I'm out.